what would you do with an extra 7 hours a week? Even though this sounds like a total dream, I'm here to tell you that it's actually possible, and it's so much easier than you think to make it happen. So in this episode, we're diving into the secrets of reclaiming your time and boosting your productivity to make these extra hours your reality with practical tips you can implement today. Hey, I'm Lucy Reyes, your host of the Cheerful Productive Chats podcast, where I'm on a mission to help online entrepreneurs like you focus on all the right things and kiss overwhelm goodbye. Here, you're going to learn strategies that will boost your productivity so that you can scale your online biz and impact lives sooner. It's your time to shine, so let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the Cheerful Productive Chats podcast. Now, at the beginning of this episode, I asked you a question, but I truly want you to take some time to think about what you would do if you had those extra 7 hours a week. For some people, that might look like spending more time with the family or doing some ad hoc activities. Maybe you have some hobbies that you haven't been able to do in a while because life has lifed and things have kept coming up, and maybe those hobby plans have gotten canceled. Or maybe you just need some downtime, some time to relax, some time to lay in bed and watch TV, or whatever the case is. This is going to look absolutely different for every single person listening to this podcast. And it's going to be different week by week, even day by day. Like, for example, for me today, literally right before hitting record on this episode, I was just at my daughter's school. So she is doing summer camp over the summer. And I know she really enjoys it when other friends have their birthdays at the school because they bring cupcakes, they bring balloons, they sing happy birthday. And obviously the kids feel special. And so every time that happened, she would always tell us, we'd ask her, how was your day? Oh, friend's birthday and cupcakes. And so I was like, great, you know what it is, you like it. I'm going to do that for you too. And today was that day. So even though I know that, one, she's only in summer camp for very few hours in the day, and two, my son's here too, and we just got a water slide, so he really wants to go on the water slide. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to end work early. That's not how I planned my week. We were supposed to go yesterday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday or Thursday. I'm recording this on a Thursday. And we had planned to go on Wednesday, but rain came out of nowhere. And so that's how I had planned it in my week. And so I was like, you know what? We'll do it on Thursday. I'll end work early. We'll pick up Addie from school, and then we'll go outside and play on the water slide. And that's how things go. That is how I spend my extra hours this week. And next week, it's going to change. It might be different. Sometimes I'm going to be in the middle of a launch. Sometimes I'm going to need to work a little bit more on those extra money-making tasks. Other times, my husband has some more free time from his work, so I spend more time with him. It looks different in different phases. So I want you to take a moment to actually think about, what would you do with these extra 7 hours a week? Truly, if you truly had these extra 7 hours, what would you do? There's a couple of different ways how we can make that happen for you. So hopefully you have some visions of what you would like to do. Maybe it's not what you think you would spend it on, right? Because maybe you know that you're already in this bad habit of just wasting these extra hours. Even if you get more productive and you get more hours, maybe you know you're just going to waste it by staying distracted and scrolling on social media. And that's fine. At least you're aware of it and you can make changes to adjust and to improve on that, okay? And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about in this episode, because I want to share a couple different ways that you can start to save 7 hours a week. And the first way is by time tracking. Time tracking is when you literally set a timer and you track how long it takes you to complete certain tasks. Now in episode 13, I talk about this a little bit because time tracking actually helps you avoid overscheduling yourself for the week, because it helps you understand how long tasks actually take you to complete versus how long you think they take you to complete. You know exactly how long it's going to take you to schedule a pin, to create a reel, to record X number of lessons for a course or whatever the case is. You'll know exactly how long it'll take you, and you know how many hours in a week you have available to work on your business, and then that makes it easier for you to schedule accordingly. And also, when you do start to time track, you'll notice time wasting activities that you might not even realize that you're doing or that you're doing for that long. And so it really starts to highlight some areas of improvement for you. So if you're ever feeling like your day kind of just disappeared and you have no idea where time went or what you got done, then time tracking is something that's going to be super, super helpful for you. And inside the Efficiency Self-Assessment Toolkit, I actually have an entire lesson on time tracking, along with which tools you can use and how you can do this time tracking for yourself to help you get more efficient. This toolkit is also available inside the System Savvy Society. So that is the first way. It's to time track to help you start to see where you're spending your time, because that is really step one. Now, the next thing that you can do is to create strategic task management systems. So establishing a system is going to help you prioritize and manage the task more efficiently and more effortlessly. It really helps you prevent overwhelm and ensures that you stay focused on what truly matters, because you've already done the work. You've already done the work ahead of time by creating the system for yourself, instead of trying to figure out every single time what you need to do. So every time you record a podcast episode, you're writing, okay, what do I got to do for a podcast episode? I got to record, I got to edit, I got to do this. And every time you're rewriting that list over and over and over again. Whereas if you were just to create a system, then it would already be done. And you can reuse that over and over and over again. And it's really helpful to have these systems created inside of an actual project management tool. I personally love and use Trello because it is so visual. It's so much easier, in my opinion, than some of the other tools. And it's amazing for keeping track of all of your tasks and defining those clear priorities by helping reduce your stress and helping you get more accomplished every single day. So that is the second thing that you do, is really start to build out your strategic task management systems. And this is actually what the System Savvy Society is all about. So if you need help with creating systems, if you have no idea where to start, you don't even know what type of systems to create or how to create them, then I really do encourage you to join the System Savvy Society by heading to cheerstoproductivity.com/SSS. And you can learn more by clicking the link in the show notes as well. Now, the last thing that you can do is to automate your business. Automate as much as possible. And by automate, I mean, let the robots do the things for you. So you can use tools and software to handle repetitive tasks automatically without you having to do anything. And you can automate certain parts of your business in so many different ways. In episode 28, I actually talk about the automation tools that I personally use in my business to automate certain things every single day without me having to do anything. So definitely check that episode out if you haven't listened to it yet. But automation really helps you free up more time for more important activities and reduces that human error, like forgetting to do something because it's just a tiny task that you don't write down in your planner, because you'll remember to do it, but you might not. I know I'm definitely the type of person that'll leave my desk to go to my room, get to my room and be like, why did I come in here? Like, what was I supposed to do in my room? And then it takes me a minute to just be like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I was. And then sometimes I leave the room, I'm like, dang it, I can't figure it out. And I leave the room. And then it's like, oh, that's right. And then I have to go back, right? Well, that's time that I just wasted. In an online business situation, that thing could have possibly been automated and just done for you. So now you don't even have to think about it. So some examples of some tasks that can be automated are your social media posts. You can use a social media tool to schedule some posts. You can even automate certain tasks within your project management tool itself. I use so many automation rules inside of Trello. There's so much that is automated within my Trello boards. If you realize that you are repeating something, you're constantly doing this thing over and over and over again, try to see if there's a way to automate it. Many times there is, and if there is, do the automation and take some time in that moment to get that automation done, okay? Because this automation is going to be like, it's almost going to be like having a personal assistant that never sleeps, that just takes care of all of those things for you without you even have to worrying about it, without you having to constantly tell them or remind them to get it done. Like, you set it up once and it's almost like a set it and forget it. They're gonna go and take care of the task for you. So automation is the third way for you to really start to save hours in your week. All of these are things that we talk about inside of the System Savvy Society. So like I mentioned, if you need help, you don't know where to start, you want to start creating systems, but you don't even know how, you don't even know what you need, then the System Savvy Society is for you. So definitely check out the link in the show notes. And in the next episode, I'm actually going to talk about task management systems a little bit further. So be sure to come back once the next episode is released, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the Triple Productive Chats podcast with me, Lucy Reyes. To view the complete show notes and all the links mentioned in today's episode, visit cheerstoproductivity.com/73. And before you go, make sure you follow or subscribe wherever you're listening so you know once the next productive chat is released. Talk soon, and cheers to your productivity and success.